Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Brandenburg into Prussia in the Rights of Man. Europa Universalis 4. Truce with Pomerania until February of 1509. He's allied to Denmark still, but Denmark lost both of his unions, so his allies are really weak. He is on Tech 9 military, so he's 2 military techs ahead of me. Tech 9 is a tactics level now, so it's a pretty significant one, but we're about to catch up on Tech 8. And also we have full and complete quality ideas to his 2 total ideas. So we're looking pretty solid, I think. We've got a monstrous 30% infantry combat ability, very soon to become 50% infantry combat ability, which is just outstanding. Okay, we've got two rebels that are about to fire. The Protestant zealots are at 70% progress. They're only trying to rebel in one location, actually, which is Lausitz. And then we've actually got multiple disasters ticking up here. The clergy are actually taking it 2 per month. Not a problem, really. We can always revoke territory. 86% there, because I granted them the extra province. Didn't I? I think I did. No, I didn't, actually. They have too much land right now. Oh, it's because of the development that I did, right. Is there any way we can revoke one of these provinces and get their... let's see. Takes them to disloyal in either case. I think we let it tick up for a while. Then we consider it. And the nobility, if I were to revoke any of this land, we're going to be losing, they're not going to have enough territory. And they're going to be very, very disloyal because, you know, they will. Okay, core's almost done, please. We have a spare diplomat right now. I do need to get one more claim on Pomerania. Probably want to take Tuchola or Greifswald. A 6 development. We don't really need to have the claim on it. Alright, let's take that military tech before the institution tech penalty gets higher. Let's go back to speed 4. Feel pretty good about where things are at right now. Sitting on high maintenance, and we're still making 6.6 ducats a month, so that's good. With these rebellions likely, I feel pretty motivated to keep it high. No one wants condottieri. Oh, there they are. Never mind. England would like some. I don't think we can get military access to his capital. I don't think it's physically possible. So he's just always going to say no unless we give them to him for free. Hell, even if we give him to free, he doesn't want them. No land access to capital. Free troops. Nope, don't want them. Makes sense. Okay, the Brandenburgian noble rebels are about to rebel. $13K rising up, most likely in over Lausitz. Well, it depends on development. Probably going to be in Georgia's here. Let's go over there first. That one's actually 90%, these other ones aren't. Probably going to end up dropping the alliance with Switzerland. Since I really don't care about the next election. It depends. How old are we right now? We're 51. We could die any day, and I wouldn't mind getting re-elected. Just to keep it for as long as possible. Yep, just eclipse Pomerania as expected. New rival is going to be Saxony or Austria. Maybe it'll change when we become Protestant. The disaster is at 96%. We have 1 more month to go until the disaster fires. I think we let the disaster fire, and I just hope that the page is correct. Stolp's autonomy is now very low, which means that Pomeranian separatists should tick down if we actually get 1 more corps done. Or we could temporarily put a few troops over there. How big was the Noble Rebels thing going to be? It's just a 10 stack, so we only need like 12 troops there. We'll put down that rebellion. Yeah, I think that we let this thing fire. I really do hope that we don't lose stability, though. That's the main thing. Okay, religious civil disorder. We can either choose to become... Oh my god, that's a lot. We can either eradicate the heretics to bring peace, and we have 31 religious regiments rise up in Midtjylland, which I think we're still trying to core right now. Or did we just finish them all? No, we are still coring it. How am I missing the... Oh, it's at the very top for some reason. Probably because I was already coring when I loaded the game in or something. I don't know why else it would be at the top. Let's see, July of 1507. 2 months. I mean, I might be able to finish the cores before we let the rebellion happen, and then we could have those guys try to convert land for us. We don't want to add this land to the Empire. Well, if we did, we'd gain Imperial authority, and then we could just bestow Imperial grace again, and then when we become Prussia, it will leave the Empire anyway. But we could just get some extra opinion with people, but... Tolerance of heretics and stability cost goes up, or we could become intolerant and gain bonus missionary strength versus heretics, which could be useful once we become Protestant. But I'm kind of scared of those 31 religious regiments causing issues. I'll tell you what, we'll wait the 2 months, finish the cores, and then we'll decide. Okay, they actually did fire down in the lower development province. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, the first boats are coming online. Can you believe it? Alright, so, trade nodes. Total value in the nodes, Lübeck's at 14.87, English Channel's at 12.86. So I think we're better off protecting trade rather than trying to do piracy in the English Channel. So let's protect trade in Lübeck. And we're hoping, again, that these cores can finish in July 31st. Worst case scenario, this thing pops up. But if they do actively siege that down, I'm a little concerned here. I think you get either 2 or 3 months until a pop-up auto-accepts, and I can't remember the actual number. Canals to Berlin-Cologne. The heartlands of Brandenburg have long suffered a structural disadvantage from not being connected to the waterways in the area. To remedy this, we have arranged for a canal to be built between the Oder and the river Spree, which runs through the capital of Berlin-Cologne. The trade and transport this could allow for would increase local revenue and prosperity in our land for many years to come, and due to this, the amount of money already invested is not insignificant. However, the task has proven more difficult than anticipated, and the construction has now ground to a halt. The project is out of funds, and the workers have put down their tools. So, we can spend 240 ducats to gain base tax and production in our capital. We can, instead, persuade the nobility to aid us. The nobility are eager to come to our aid in exchange for a heavy gain of influence. We lose 85 diplo points, and they gain 15 influence, which is already, that's too much. Or, it's just highly unfortunate. Well, in theory, one base tax is 1 gold per year before any modifiers. Berlin makes, it's already got a temple, got 187% tax efficiency. That's like almost 2 ducats a year. So on its own, just the base tax would pay for itself in about 120 years. The base production, a little bit more complicated to measure because you got to take a look at the cloth value. Each point of this is going to increase monthly income by 0.09. About 0.09 times 12 months in a year, that's about 1 ducat a year. And then there's also the trade value, there's other factors to consider. So 1 ducat a year from that. I'm going to just go ahead and take the hit on price here, I think. Even though we might have to take a loan because of that. Hopefully the loan's large enough, to cover it. And now we have an active loan. Alright, let's again hope that this thing doesn't choose this option before the cores are done, because then that would stop the core in Midtjylland, which would be very bad. And 1 more day. Alright, all the cores are done. I'm going to go ahead and let them eradicate the heretics to bring peace. Since our cores are complete, I have no issue with them causing some issues up there. Immediately occupy our fort, which is actually going to save us some money. So, we've got the Brandenburgian noble rebels, and then we've got these guys who... It doesn't appear that they're going to flip us to the right religion. What happens if we just become Protestant, if I accept via clicking here? I guess we wait and we see. On Siege 1, for the Protestant Zealots, they will convert provinces to their own religion. Over here, we've got Protestant. We've got, this one's already Protestant, so I kind of need you to like come into this Catholic area down here. Would you please teleport to my capital? I wouldn't mind. still do have progress towards these two despite the ongoing disaster. One of the following must be true. Is force converted, have religious unity of at least 90%. No owned provinces, does not have owner's religion. War can last for 25 years. Hunting accident. Sorrow overtakes you, lose stability, and our current heir dies. Or we lose prestige. Well, he's 50, and I'm not particularly excited about having a 50-year-old guy. I guess we just say, oh well. The House of von Wolfach. Johann Cicero has died. Alright, with the union of Friedrich III and Sabina, we have gained not only a spouse, but also a new ally in the realm. The von Wolfach is an old and influential family, and their seat in Niederlausitz is a jewel of the duchy. Of course, friendship has to go both ways, and Sabina will be expected to speak for her kin, while our emperor will be expected to consider such advice. Expected to consider such advice carefully. So Niederlausitz is the seat of the family of our empress consort. The province will be less likely to revolt, but will be granted privileges, making it harder to tax or convert. So Niederlausitz gets seat of strong aristocrats until the end of the game, evidently, and giving the following effects: local unrest -3, missionary strength -5, monthly autonomy change +0.1. We have Joachim, a 443. That's clearly superior, and the marriage. Sabina is the empress consort. She's pretty god awful. Unfortunately, our heir is now very young, so looks like Empress Consort Sabina may end up being in charge for a while. Okay, well, there's nothing we can actually do about that, so... Fortunately, it already is Protestant, which is what we want. Alright, here he comes. We're going to take the defender's advantage. Going to flank a little bit. No cannons, sadly. It'll come back automatically. How does our military tradition look? At 52.3 and still rising. Alright, that's going to mess up all the numbers for these guys. They are now no longer influential enough. The nobility have enough land, though, so they should be growing. This is some of the newly conquered land that has higher autonomy, though, so if at all possible, we'd like to give this to people that are... We would like to revoke the older provinces and give the newer provinces to them. Alright, so these 3 provinces up here that have the higher autonomy... Sorry, 4 provinces, in fact, if you count Midtjylland. Before he arrives would be a good time to do it. We got 1 day. Let's see. So... It's a 3-3-2 province. 4-4-4. 3-2-1. I think we give this to the nobility, and we give this to the clergy. Give that to the clergy right now. Give this to the nobility right now. Give this one probably to the clergy as well, since it's got the 3 base tax. Then we will go through and we will revoke older provinces from the clergy. If I can only do one of these 2, it would probably be the 6 development one. And we're at 19.7% autonomy. And how's our influence look? Bumped them both up pretty high again. And then for the nobility, if I could revoke one of these 2, it would probably be George was here. 334 versus 4424. I'd probably revoke this one instead. And they're currently loyal, right? Yeah, they are. So they're going to become disloyal, but it's not going to be too big of an issue. Takes their influence down to 79, and that's going to work out just fine. Alright, looking good. So, only the clergy ticking up on the disaster. If I revoked a little bit more land from them, they're going to be disloyal, and I don't want to do that. Don't care about the land maintenance modifier or the manpower recovery speed modifier. Also, I forgot to write down when the next time we're supposed to click that button is. Man Monarch points in July of 26. Okay. Alright. So, shall we become Protestant? Used to be you could just accept that and flip right to the religion. I'm gonna go ahead and just make the choice now. I don't really want to stay Catholic any longer, and we're gonna lose the Empire income. We're gonna lose a bunch of this manpower recovery, but being at the cap, I think we'll actually stay above the cap for a while. ahead and do it. Austria got re-elected, that's fine. We lost Imperial Band, we've converted to Protestant. We do have the manpower at 48,000. We have no church power, so we can't actually build it up. And we have provinces that we can convert one at a time. And these guys, they're still hostile to us. We have too many relationships because we lost the relationship slot from being emperor. Okay, so we ended up with religious violence, minor modifier for just 2 years. This looks different now that we've actually become Protestant. So, technology cost goes up, tolerance of heretics, tolerance of heathens, and the clergy estate gains influence. Clergy have lost influence. We still have sent emissaries to the Pope, even though we're now Protestant. It's interesting. New decisions are available. We can pass the Act of Uniformity, gain missionary strength, we can get some more taxes. Definitely want to do both, I think. Alright. We have some debt. Our income should still be decent-ish. We lost the income from being emperor. We've gained a bit of inflation. And now is the time to dump one of these relationships here. So we no longer care about relationships with the electors as much. Lübeck's a solid ally because they're our religion. The papal state doesn't matter to us at all, so you can go. Come back from here for a moment. Dump our relationship with Mr. Pope Man. Okay, that takes us to 4 out of 4. And then we got Mainz, who is still Catholic. We have 17 favors with him and 55 trust. We've got Switzerland with 16 favors. We've got Lübeck's at 6, and Cologne is at 18 with 60 trust. So Cologne, even though he's still Catholic, I think we'll stay friends with him for a while. Keep all these relationships, actually, for the moment. Valid rivals have changed to quite a number of different people, because we're no longer considered to be as strong as we used to be as the Emperor. Pomerania is valid again, and our truce is up with them very soon. I think we'll choose Pomerania yet again. We probably still have Eclipsed Pomerania, yeah. Still on there. As long as inflation's below 0.5, I'm gonna not try to buy it down at all. Maybe just a tiny, tiny bit. You know, like 4 or 5 ticks. Condottieri, it's just England, right? Yeah. Okay, Bohemia's claiming stuff. Now, while we are in the Empire, we're gonna have some issues here with the Emperor if we try to attack stuff inside the Empire. But we're going to attack Pomerania next, and he's not a prince, so... Alright, where are you going to go next, I wonder? Are you going to march to Finn, possibly? If so, we should get military access to Holstein and park the army there, so we are behind the strait. He's got a 3-1-1 leader. We've got a 1-2-1, so we have equivalent maneuver. We have no available superior commander, do we? Got a 1-2-1-2. It's as best as we've got. Got these admirals as well. A 3-0-2. Might as well put him in charge of the very small navy that we have. Noble birth. Many of the families of the nobility have won their current position due to the actions of a forefather. Gain loyalty, lose loyalty of the burghers. Yearly army tradition goes down, or we lose tons of loyalty with the nobility but gain loyalty with the burghers. Yeah, I mean, we're over the manpower limit, and I'm not too concerned about the noble rebellion. They've already fired. They can't fire again for a while. Okay, so it's Pomerania, and then we are also spying on Poland. Let's go back to building that up. Truce with you expires in February of 1509, so 1 year to go. And we can attack. That 31 stack is going to be a little bit difficult, but if we can find flat terrain, 19 is still, I believe, our combat width. In woods, at least. He is relocating to Kolberg, which is woods. Yeah, we'll just hang out over in Kolberg. Since we're at peace, I might consider turning off Uffort. Our financial situation is not as good as it used to be. And when we lose the war reps, it's going to get pretty bad. Hopefully our infantry combat ability makes this fight quite simple. The last days of Oberlausitz. Religious fervor has gripped Oberlausitz as the population have been convinced the end of days is drawing near. Peasants are talking signs in the sky. I believe this is a Protestant event. They are right to be afraid. Repent, for the end is nigh. We get millenarism. Millenniarism. Local unrest goes up in Oberlausitz. And we get fear of the apocalypse. National unrest goes up everywhere, but we get more church power. How much church power are we even earning right now? Probably not very much. 0.72 a month due to our horrible religious unity. Don't particularly want the national unrest. Don't really care about the church power just yet. Can't go negative, so. Okay, let's go ahead and build 2 more ships. Catholic thinker at court. Lose church power again. It's fine. Pomerania just dishonored one of their alliances. Perfect. He's getting weak right before the actual war with him. Looks like the Teutons actually managed to take his capital. How are you even still in this war then? Interesting. Still need the Protestant zealots to fire. And they're the ones that, actually, they're ready. They're going to fire again, is what they're going to do. They're going to have even more rebels. Maybe we should just let them come in here and convert this province first. I think so. Turn the fort off. When do you actually get here? In July? Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Convert some land for me. We're trying to convert Stolp. We should convert things away from where he is. However, Kolberg's trying to build a ship, which is going to get cancelled. Might as well cancel it now and build it somewhere else. No. Let's not build stuff while we're waiting on rebellion. So we're gonna do that. Let's march back over and take back Midtjylland for now. Okay. Provinces that I can convert. I can convert almost everything. Let's convert our capital. It's where the vast majority of our development is. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here. I will see you again in the next episode, though. Thank you for watching, as always. I'll see you soon.